ultimately talking about stopping the life of employees, visitors, and customers from being subject to workplace incident, so that they can enjoy freedom and illness and injury. So here is some point of importance of safety and health. So for the first one is it make good business sense. Having best practice in regard to health and safety is always morally right, but there is also very strong business case for promoting it too. A company operating with a strong health and safety culture can, for first one is boost staff morale and productivity. So in a safe workplace, it can lead to improved staff turnover rate. Then second point is reduce risk, fewer staff absent, and less nasty fine. It also improve efficiency, avoid reputational damage, and enjoy lower insurance costs. Rather than being an expense, health and safety procedures should be considered an investment, as the result are just as important as any other legitimate business objective. So for the second point is it encourages social responsibility. Over recent years, the importance of corporate social responsibility has become more apparent. There is an expression from society that business are held accountable for their ethical practice, and so it has never been more important for business to ensure that their employees, visitors, and customers are never put in harm's way during the course of business operation.
Electrical hazard awareness. What is electrical hazard awareness and why should we know about it? Electrical hazard awareness is taking precaution to identify and control electrical hazard. Why should we know about it? Because failing to take the necessary precaution can lead to injuries or death and fire or property damage. Common causes of electrocution. First, making contact with overhead wires, undertaking maintenance with on-leaf equipment, works with damaged electrical equipment such as extension leads, plugs, and sockets. And last, using equipment affected by rain or water injuries. How to respond electrical incidents? First, if possible, disconnect all the electrical supply. Assess the situation. Never put yourself at risk. Take precaution to protect yourself and anyone else in the vicinity. Seek urgent medical attention. And last, assess the injuries and move the casualty to a safe area if required. You could be victim if you don't follow proper procedure around electricity. Second, if you use electrical equipment improperly. And lastly, if you use faulty electrical equipment. What type of injury that we can get? First, burn. Second, shock. And last, falls. How to protect yourself from electricity. First, don't wear metal objects. Second, turn the power off. Third, wear appropriate clothes. Fourth, don't touch leaf parts. Fifth, don't install or prepare electrical equipment if you don't know. 6. Use qualified personnel. 7. Clean and dry lead and plugs before use. And the last, use PPE.
Next is emergency and fire safety. What is emergency and what is fire safety? For your information, emergency is an unexpected situation that endangers the safety of one or more individuals, and the fire safety is the routine for every workers to train about fire hazard in their workplace and what to do in a fire emergency. Next is workplace fire prevention. There are 3 points there. First is flammable, which is keep areas free of dangers and follow the rules given from professional safety and health. Next point is check equipment. Check equipment is we should check the maintain machinery of regular interval to make sure there is no damage occurs, and also we should check the firefighting equipment in your workplace. Last point is work safely. Work safely is we show cares in handling combustible materials, which is use the suitable equipment, and we should use safety can for oily or flammable rags to avoid explosions. Okay, this is the checklist for fire safety in the workplace. First is clear escape routes. Next is fire extinguisher in the workplace. Third is testing fire alarm. Fourth is employees and fire precaution. And fifth, fire warden in the workplace. Sixth is the importance of evacuation plan. Seventh, sections areas for smokers. Eighth, service and replacing fire extinguisher. And lastly is check the electrical system.
I'm going to talk about the importance of PPE, or known as the personal protective equipment. So what is PPE? PPE is equipment that workers use or wear to protect themselves from hazard that can be occur in their workplace or work environment. So what is the example of PPE? The example of PPE is hearing protection, respirators, safety goggles, safety shoes, gloves, hard hats, and face shield. What is the function of PPE? PPE is used to prevent hazard that cannot be eliminated through engineering or administrative control. So PPE must be used to protect the eyes, face, head, feet, hands, arms, body, ears, and lungs. So when we wear PPE, what is the possible injuries that can be prevented? The possible injuries that can be prevented are chemical burns to the eyes, chemical irritation to the eyes and skins, particulate matters in the eyes, heat burns, slip, trips and falls, or cuts and abrasion. So what is the ways to ensure your workers to wear PPE in the workplace? So the first suggestion is to lead by action. One of the best ways to motivate employees is to demonstrate or lead by examples. If you're unwilling to use or wear PPEs or personal protective equipment while on the job, so you cannot expect your employees or workers to wear them either. That because your employees will think or have a thinking that if their employers didn't wear the personal protective equipment either on their job, so why should they wear it too? Thus, good example or demonstration of an employer themselves will motivates their employees or workers to wear personal protective equipment in workplace. Next way is educate your employees on the importance of PPE. When the employees knows the reasoning behind a certain policy, they are much more likely to attach to it. So rather than handling them a random PPE, the employers should provide information about the function for specific PPEs for their job. The employers responsible to expose them the knowledge about dangers without using PPE.
Conclusion. From all the topic, we can sum up that everyone should get information about safety and health. These days, there are a lot of accidents and incidents that happen without us realizing it. By giving the information about safety and health, we can avoid and reduce any accident and injuries. In other hands, we also can reduce the cost of treatment. Other than that, we can also be aware more about our surroundings. This shows that it is very important for everyone to learn about safety and health. That's all from us. Thank you.